We looked a little bit at customization options. So one data-based, for example, translation memories or RAG, or prompts or terminology-based. We also talked about how to prepare those assets. So glossaries, for example, how to trim them. And we showed a little pipeline of the kind of steps that people take to clean their translation memories if they feed them into their customization process. And we also looked a little bit at specialized translation LLMs. Then last week, we looked at how to evaluate those models, and we've just seen that again in the homework nicely. So when to evaluate, why, and how, and really the industry standards for human evaluation, sort of where they come from and what people are commonly doing. So here we are. You've already got all this now in your heads. And now we're moving on to module 4. So what we want to do today really, I guess, is to provide a deeper understanding of AI workflow integration, but from a sort of, as I called it, operational perspective. So what trends do we see at a workflow level? So what's a classic AI workflow towards where are we moving to? Trends and compensation structures and how data can support you there. And then we'll hand over to Elaine, to look at those workflow options that are currently available with different tool providers. So this is kind of, again, a bit of the topics we'll cover here: AI MTM words, rates, quality scores, and so on. So right, so I'm calling this first section translation and multilingual content creation workflows, already kind of indicating, I guess, where the world is going, potentially, or at least in some areas. So you'll be familiar, most of you, I think, with the classic MT workflows, with or without human review. So on the left-hand side, you see a workflow that has raw AI, or as Taus called it many moons ago, a fully automated useful translation process, which is sort of the classic process that would be used for UGC content, user-generated content. So the likes of Facebook, LinkedIn, TripAdvisor, Booking, you see all these sort of travel websites where you can click on translate, and that's obviously kind of, raw AI. There's no human editing that anymore. Also, over time, got increasingly used for internal corporate communications and other inbound content. Now, the next level up from that would be AI output plus post-editing, which is a bit equivalent to translation and editing.